Late in the afternoon, the Sandians moved their celebration here to the beach. 29-year-old Josh Lucas and two others hopped into a government Jeep for a little joyride. Lucas later said he drove onto the sand to look for firewood and to go four-wheeling. But their fun was cut short when the Jeep got stuck in the seaside muck. Here's what Josh Lucas told Alaska State Troopers.
Diana, Helgeson, and myself are avid four-wheelers. We thought we had the situation under control. I ended up getting stuck in the sand. I was spinning around, so we walked back to the lodge.
Josh Lucas, Diana Helgeson, and Dave Stokebrand returned to retrieve the abandoned car. Lucas was driving. He was tired. He'd been drinking. It was dark, and he was driving too fast. Lucas hit a ravine, launched through the air, and slammed into the pit. It was pitch black. Diane Helgeson and Dave Stokebrand were unconscious. Josh Lucas had a broken arm. Lucas ran the half-mile back to the lodge for help. Witnesses described Lucas as hysterical. The scene here at the lodge, chaotic. Sandia senior manager Eric Schindwolf was there.
Along comes Josh, and he is yelling, screaming from hundreds of yards away. He's yelling, says, "We need a helicopter, we need emergency medical." He was just trying to get somebody to pay attention.
Diana Helgeson and Dave Stokebrand were critically injured. A Coast Guard helicopter airlifted them to the hospital. Alaska police launched an investigation.
When the troopers arrived, we pretty much had chaos trying to figure out who were the injured, who were involved, who were people that were there to help.
Sergeant Mo Hughes heads up Kodiak State Troopers. Does it appear, according to the investigation, that alcohol was involved in this incident?
Alcohol had a component in this incident, yes, sir. People that were unfamiliar with the location, the time of day was dark, the factor of alcohol, and potentially being tired. All those can build up very quickly to disaster, and in this case it did.
Josh Lucas was charged with 2 counts first-degree assault and DWI. A criminal case was turned over to the Kodiak DA. According to DA Mike Gray, it comes down to this. Either the crime was reckless or negligent. Either way, the penalty could be prison. Diana Helgeson suffered multiple injuries, including severe head trauma. Today, she is permanently disabled. Her 20-year career at Sandia is over. The crash cut short Dave Stokebrand's 17 years as a Sandia engineer. Today, he has significant brain damage and requires around-the-clock care. Lab attorneys concluded if there was a lawsuit, a jury could find Sandia liable for substantial damages. The attorneys estimated Sandia could be on the hook for as much as $2 million to Diana Helgeson and as much as $10 million to Dave Stokebrand. Last year, Sandia quietly reached its settlement with the injured employees and then stuck taxpayers with the bill. The Department of Energy confirms government funds were used to pay for what happened in Alaska. Taxpayers are on the hook for what is likely to be millions of dollars. How much exactly? That's a secret. Why did Sandia settle with Stokebrand and Helgeson?
We don't discuss legal matters involving the laboratory.
What were the terms of the settlement?
Those are protected by confidentiality agreements.
So what went wrong in Alaska? Sandia said its chief operating officer would answer our questions. How do you characterize Josh Lucas's actions that night?
Well, I wasn't there to observe what Josh Lucas did or didn't do. I wasn't there. I didn't see Josh Lucas.
But Romick does know what happened. He admits he read Sandia's detailed report on the incident. Based on that investigation, do you believe Josh Lucas acted recklessly when he got behind the wheel of a GSA Jeep after drinking to go four-wheeling on the beach?
Sandia doesn't discuss the contents of its internal investigations.
And that's not the only thing Romick doesn't discuss. Based on the investigation, did those employees act in a responsible manner?
It's difficult to say that based on reading a report. I wasn't there. There was an accident that was unfortunate. Sandia has taken corrective actions to try to prevent those things from happening again in the future.
Today, Josh Lucas still works at Sandia Labs. However, he was not prosecuted in Alaska. The Kodiak DA changed his mind after consulting with victims.
We're taking a look at the accident on Kodiak.
Stop right there. Sorry, I'm going to ask you off the property.
Four-wheeling on an unknown beach at night. And drinking and being,
being
fatigued.
tired. Yes, sir.
All those are factors.
Made for a very bad night.
Larry Barker, KRQE News 13.